Hello, I am Igor Alcantara, and I'm here to talk about artificial intelligence. You know when artificial intelligence was first developed? In the 1950s. Yeah, long time ago was the beginning of the development of AI. Of course, not near close to what we have now, but was in the heat of the Cold War. We know what else happened in the 1950s. There was a famous sales trainer from Alabama, but was famous in the entire United States and in the entire world, called Zig Ziglar. And he has like very famous quotes, and one of them is this famous exercise that was used over the years in sales training and in job interviews. Is the famous sell me this pen. Then he becomes even more famous with the Wolf of Wall Street movie. Well, it's always a challenge. Sell me this pen. It's always more about listening than actually trying to pitch something. But now it's actually easy. If you ask me, sell me this pen, I can simply say, well, it has an AI, and then a lot of people will buy it just because it's an AI. Of course, it's not. Of course, it's all a joke. But my point is, AI now is in one of the buzzwords. It's on the front of many initiatives. There's a lot of money and interest in AI. So my objective here is to demystify AI, is to decode AI. What is buzz? What is real? What is AI? What is not AI? So that's the goal here. And what I promise you is that before the end of this presentation, I will give you real use cases that we actually implemented. So then you'll see that AI is not just sci-fi, but is actually real and it actually can help businesses. This is the same presentation I gave in the Qlik Reality AI Tour in Atlanta a few months ago. So this is a recording that I'm doing a few months after that, so everybody who are not in that conference could also have access to my presentation. So let's begin by understanding initially what is not AI. So anything that you have to program the rules, like simple rule-based systems, for example, this is not AI. This is just regular programming. Anything that is basic statistical analysis is statistics, is not AI. AI is something else. Or automation, for example. Automation sometimes it looks like AI because you have all the different pieces together. It looks like has some kind of conscience even. It's autonomous. But it's basically you put in blocks, conditions. There's a workflow. It's not AI. Or search algorithms or robots that will kill us. It's not that AI. ChatGPT is not going to kill you, as far as I know. So that's not AI. So what is AI? There are a lot of definitions about AI. The one that I like is this. AI is the software or the computer, the machine, whatever it is, that will execute a task without being specifically trained to do the task. So you give a goal, you give an objective, and then the AI, you learn the rules, you will learn the strategy, you develop the best strategy to perform that task. So that is AI. So machine learning is AI. ChatGPT is AI because you have not trained ChatGPT for every single possible scenario, although it can perform that. So then it's AI. So what are the different types of AI? There are many ways to categorize AI. But the one that I like is based on the function itself. And these are the six types of AI based on a classification that I like to use. The first one is the most popular these days, is the generative AI, Gen AI. So it's AI that generates content. What type of content? Text, for example, image, audio, art in general. This is Gen AI. This is a type of artificial intelligence. Then we have the second most famous, the predictive AI, like machine learning. So we can do things like classification, regression, forecasting, anomaly detection. These are examples of predictive AI. Then we have prescriptive AI. If you only have the prediction without knowing what to do, you only can go that far. Prescriptive tells you what can you do with that prediction. So things like recommendation systems, inventory optimization, personalized marketing, those are examples of prescriptive AI. Then we have adaptive. This is very easy to understand, like autonomous vehicles. Adaptive AI is an AI that will take the input from the environment and then will adapt to the environment based on a system of rules and pre-training. And the pre-training is not in every single condition, but it's an overall condition. And then the AI can generalize from those and make a decision. Then we have interactive AI. So anything you interact with, like chatbots, vision companions, customer service AI, automated training, anything that we interact with, then is interactive AI. And finally, we have one of the easiest to understand, vision AI. Anything that involves vision, like facial recognition, object detection, medical imaging, imaging analysis. Those are vision AIs. So if you analyze the full picture, you'll see that some tools, they might fall into multiple categories. Like ChatGPT, it's interactive and is also Gen AI. But the main point here is how we can classify, identify the different types of AI. Now that we understand a little better what is AI, what is not AI, or different types, let's see how the Qlik platform lives and interacts in this ecosystem of artificial intelligence. Well, AI is now very popular, but Qlik started investing and working with AI long before that. Since the early beginning of Qlik's sense, Qlik started to develop a strategy going in the direction of AI. So even before things like Site Advisor, Qlik Answers, Qlik AutoML, things that we easily recognize as AI, which I'll explain in a minute in more detail, Qlik invests in things like, for example, the data manager inside an application where you will drag and drop data sources, and then you can use an AI system that will recommend how you associate those different data sources, different tables. This is AI embedded inside the application. And there are other examples. So Qlik is the only end-to-end platform from data preparation to natural language processing, LLMs, etc. They have the full cycle. AI, non-AI, all analytics, all data. Now, Qlik has many different pieces in the platform, but let's focus on the analytics. How do we use AI in Qlik Analytics? There are many examples, and I'll just give you a few of these examples. The first one, even chronological, is the Insight Advisor. Insight Advisor is Qlik's natural language processing and natural language generation tool. It's the ability for you to talk to your application data model. So inside an application, you, based on simple text, you can speak, you can type, or you can select specific types of analysis, and this AI system will generate insights for you. And Insight Advisor also comes with a powerful API. And with that powerful API, we can do things like, for example, we've done it in IPC Innovation Lab, integrate with Alexa. So then you can ask Alexa a question, and then it goes to Insight Advisor, gets the question, and reads back to you, and even shows you on the Alexa screen a chart generated based on your question. That's AI applied in the Qlik platform. So, and that's actually an interesting example where you don't need to go to the analytics, but the analytics go where you are. Then we have a second example, which is the Qlik AutoML, the no-code machine learning tool inside the Qlik platform. It is designed for analytical teams. It replaces the need of having programming in your machine learning projects. It cuts down the time to implement machine learning from weeks to days, maybe hours, depending on the data set that you have. So it's very good for machine learning for people who not necessarily need to know Python or R programming. So Qlik AutoML It's another great example of AI capabilities of the Qlik platform. Then we have data science integration for all of those things that you want to either use, they will develop external to the Qlik platform. Qlik platform is not a closed platform, it's open so you can access other resources as well, but also to those very rare cases where you have specific advanced capabilities that you need to develop elsewhere. So we can integrate that with other machine learning like the Amazon SageMaker, Data Robot, the Azure machine learning, but also you can write code in R and Python and execute it externally using Qlik data and integrate it back. It's very powerful, very flexible, and actually we've done a lot of exercises like this, as we can see things we published before. And on that topic, we have one very specific one with the Gen AI integration. So you want to integrate ChatGPT, Claude 3 through or Amazon Bedrock, or many of the multiple models in Hugging Face. We can do that through specific connectors like we have OpenAI and Bedrock, or even Hugging Face, or through REST APIs. So we can integrate with those. So you can embed, like for example, ChatGPT inside a Qlik application. So there's another AI capability in the Qlik platform. Then we go to the last example that I have here in this presentation, which is Qlik Answers. Qlik Answers is the chatbot assistant and knowledge base of the Qlik platform. It's like you having your own ChatGPT, but however, ChatGPT hallucinates a lot, is not secure. Qlik Answers is secure. It does not hallucinate because it only gives you answer based on knowledge that you provided. It doesn't make things up. One thing people do not understand, and when I tell this, people get really surprised, is when I tell them, you know that ChatGPT was not designed to answer your questions. This is true. ChatGPT was not designed to answer your questions. And then you say, no, that's not true, because I ask a question and ChatGPT answers my question. Well, but that was not the initial design. ChatGPT is designed to complete your sentence with a very probable sentence. Turns out that, coincidentally or not, the most probable way to complete a question is with an answer. So that's why ChatGPT, you have the illusion that it can answer questions. And actually, a lot of times it can. It's pretty good. I'm not saying the opposite. However, if it does not know the answer or the complete answer, will simply make things up, will create fiction, because it does have that responsibility to give you facts. Sometimes you ask for references and it will make fake references. Qlik Answers, on the contrary, is designed in a way that if you don't have the reference for that question, it doesn't give you an answer. It says, I don't know, which is great. So those are the examples that I have prepared. Now let's dive into the use cases. And when I talk about use cases, this is just some examples that I have here. And if you ask me, what is possible? What can you guys do? My answer is, well, anything. Your imagination is the limit. If you have a problem, bring it to us. We'll discuss in our data science team, your strategic team, and we'll come up with a solution, how we can solve that problem. So let's see some of examples. The first one is sentiment analysis. And the use case that I brought you here is based on, as a healthcare example. So patients wrote review about their stay in the hospital. So they evaluate the hospital and they wrote a review. So we're analyzing the review that they wrote. And they write comments about it, and we also will categorize what kind of comment is that. What is it about? It is about pain management. It is about the cleanness of the hospital. It's about the staff. It's about the check-in process, the discharge process. What is that about? So we implemented this in different ways. The first solution, we'd use the data science integration that I explained before. And by using the OpenAI ChatGPT API, we provided, doing load process, the text, and we asked a question, what is the sentiment here and we got as an answer like positive, negative, or neutral. And then we also ask what is the category of this sentiment or this review, and then we got the answer things like pain management, staff, discharge process, etc. And it was very powerful because we also remove any potential personal information that was shared in the comment. Because sometimes patients, when they're writing comments, they might type something like, oh, I dislike this specific physician, this specific nurse. So they have names, or maybe they sign, they put their name or their address or something like that. So identify those, remove, we censor those, so then we protect privacy. A second scenario we had was like, well, now we have some reviews, we have a sample of reviews with the sentiment analysis. Let's try to run this through Qlik AutoML and see if Qlik AutoML can learn from the text and then be able to do the categorization and the sentiment analysis. And then we did it, and turns out it could do it. Not only that, it performed better than the ChatGPT API version. And you know what? A lot of times the review of ChatGPT, because it was kind of unsure, ChatGPT just gave me an answer as like, though this is a neutral sentiment, but it's not actually neutral. And AutoML was better in identifying, okay, this is neutral, but it's not actually neutral. This is positive, this is negative. So it was actually pretty good. So the second use case that I wanted to present is AI video generation. So it's another example where instead of people, like some users, they don't have time, or they don't want to go to a platform, open an application dashboard, and then go into a specific sheet and looking for insights. They don't want to do that. They just want to report. They want something quick. So how about we bring the analytics to them? So one of the use cases we did, we have like AI generated podcasts with insights, all of that. But one use case we have, for example, is generating a video. So we, through the APIs, we get like the insights, the main KPIs, the main information from the data. And then we use an AI, we create a text to explain that and to report that. And then you generate a video where we can show that. And then these executives, these people, they can actually watch them instead of going anywhere. They'll receive an email, they'll receive an alert, something with that video. And it's multi-language, so we can have one message spread to multi-language. So imagine, for example, a school where they have parents that are more fluent in Spanish or Portuguese or Chinese or other languages. So you can spread the data, the message to these people as well. Here I have an example where this is Mark Mearsman. Actually, it's not the real Mark Mearsman, is an AI avatar Mark Mearsman. So in our studio, we recorded Mark Mearsman, and then we created an avatar of him. So now we can feed text to it, and it will say the text is like him in any voice, in any language. So this is one example.
Hello, this is this month's summary of the cardiology dashboard. There are a total of 3,263 patients registered in the system. Most of the patients are women, 57.5% of the total.
Pretty cool, right? Another cool example that we had is text similarity. So sometimes you need to consolidate information that is in a text format, but there's so many, it's almost impossible to develop like a mapping table that will consolidate the data. So we have I have two examples. We've done this many times. I have two examples to show in this presentation. One is a law firm. They had a list of clients in their database, and we were monitoring all of the federal courts for every 15 minutes to see new cases that were entered in those courts in the entire country. And then we get the people involved in the new case, and we check if there's any probability of one of those be a client of the law firm. And by doing that, we use like statistics, a little bit of AI to identify, well, there's a 95% of probability that your client X is involved in this case 123 in New York, for example. And all developed in a way that then the company could inform the client way before they even receive a letter with that case in the mail. Another use case was for the large media company. They have a lot of video assets, and sometimes the video assets is cut and redo it. It's rebroadcast in multiple channels. So they want to understand how similar one particular asset is similar to other assets that were broadcasted in other channels or the language or maybe in other time frames. So we did that by doing text similarity on the description and on the name of the different assets. So then we can even like track an investment on an asset, how was the return of the investment based on the ads associated to the many different assets that are versions of these one. So it's pretty cool. However, we don't believe just in AI replacing humans. We believe that AI and humans working together in collaboration. So we also implemented a write-back functionality inside Qlik apps where you can review what the AI found and either approve, unapprove, write your comments, rate it. So then the AI can learn from your feedback, and then it's humans and machines working together in collaboration, which we call a hybrid intelligence, which is way more powerful than just AI. Then we have video analysis. This is not the same as video generation, is another thing. So we actually analyzing video assets, like a media company, which is the example that we have here, or maybe you're a company that you have for compliance, for training, a lot of videos in your repository. And sometimes you have duplicate videos, different versions of videos in different languages, and you want to analyze those videos. So we did a multi-step process where first we analyze frames in different videos to get the image similarity. How similar this video are with other videos. Like I'm dropping in my repository a new video. Do we have any videos that are similar than this? So we get like a score from 0 to 100%. And then we got this text similarity, just like the example that I showed before. We extract the text from the video. So it's not only the description of the name of the video, but actually what is spoken on the video. How is that similar to other videos, or the text spoken on other videos? So we also got a score. And then the outcome, it's a set of variables, set of metrics that you can see. Oh, these two videos, they're very high similarity in image, or in different sounds, but different language. So maybe this image, this video, it's a translation of the other one, or it's a voiceover, or it's a cut, or it's a raw version, something like that. Or maybe they're total different videos, but they were shot in the same location or in location with similar conditions. All of those you can get from these insights. And the last example that I want to bring here is electrical outages prediction. So this is a use case we developed for a utilities company in a large major city in the United States. And they have a problem with a lot of electrical outages, especially in situations of storms. And they want to predict when they will happen, how long it will take to store power in each one of the regions. So we did use AutoML for that. So then we use machine learning, and we provided all of the data we had available to then make that prediction. So we trained the module. Once the module was done, then we were able to make the prediction. Not only that, because AutoML also gives me the explanation for the prediction, I could then go before the outage happened and understand what might happen, get my team ready for repair, or even make some maintenance that will even avoid entirely the outage to happen in specific regions. And also, even when they happen for shorter times because we're ready to repair. We know what will happen, when will happen. And also when customers call the call center asking, how long until the repair is done, instead of guessing, now actually they have data to tell them, it's 2 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes, and such. And the impact for that was tremendous, like improving customer satisfaction and improving the ability for this company actually to deliver good quality service to the city. So this is what I have to present today. I hope you like this. I would like to thank you very much. And if you need to know more, contact us and we're happy to talk.